Nothing really compared to that confusion you get when you're working a job with people, y'all doing the same job, making around the same money, but here they come with brand new cars, just got a new house, keep having babies, and you trying to figure out where your next meal coming from. Like, yeah, I had to go put a down payment and buy a 2008 Ford Fusion. And you coming here with a brand new Beamer? That don't, wait a second. Wait a second. You having another baby? How many you got? 4. I can barely take care of myself on this money, bro. We making little money. Little money, and your wife don't work. So how are you taking care of a family of 5 with $40,000? I know I ain't making shit. I know you ain't making shit. Man, all hands can make that money scratch, can't it? Damn. They gotta be making plays. They gotta be making plays. Nothing really compared to that.
Nah, man, mind your business. Mind your business. Listen, your situation ain't my situation. Because, see, a lot of people try to do this simple math. It's really lazy, in my opinion. Because it's cognitively dissonant. We know that there's a lot of factors that can come into place. They could have got an inheritance. They might have family that just gives them money. Listen, man, we all got different situations. Manage your situation as best and most effectively as you can. And don't worry about what other people got going on. And don't make decisions based off what other people got going on. See, that'll happen a lot too in the workforce. Somebody, they upset about whatever the situation is at work or whatever the circumstances are that y'all work under. And so now they're trying to rile up the troops. Hey, let's all go on strike. And whole time you need that job. You work, you get paycheck to paycheck. That's how you living. Meanwhile, you don't even know their parents gave them a house soon as they came out of college. Or maybe they got a significant other that works, or maybe a significant other that had an inheritance. You don't know what's going on. So listen, everybody should, just because y'all are in the same place at work, that don't mean that things translate outside of work. They could have investments. They could have rental properties generating passive income. Shoot, they could be on social media making money. So just do the best that you can, and don't try to equate and think that because you make the same pay as matter of fact, don't even assume y'all get paid the same. Because see, you start making decisions and you have no information, and yeah, just be accurate in everything that you do. If you don't know, you don't know. It's really just that simple. Y'all, before we get into the next clip, if you could like the video, I greatly appreciate it. Only takes a second and it actually does help out tremendously. And then also if you could hype.
I'm unemployed and I need about $6,000 a month to be able to pay for everything in my life. So here's what I did. I ran the numbers about all my bills, everything that I need to pay, from my mortgage to my car to daycare, groceries, everything. And basically what I realized is that I'm going to give myself, or I have about 5 to 6 months to figure out exactly what it is that I want to do with my life. Because right now I am career confused or purpose confused, whatever you want to call it. So I'm treating this like a 6-month experiment. I want to try different ways to make money, and I want to document what works. I don't want to build from panic because I have been there before. I've had 3 jobs, so I know how to make money out of survival, like out of panic mode, because I have no money and I need to figure it out how to make money. But that's not what I want to do this time. So I have a timeline and I'm being intentional with it. So if you have any ideas, please put them in the comments and let me know, because I need to figure it out in a way. And I'm going to give myself 6 months, no job. I'm just going to be making money out of things that I like. Hopefully I'm going to be trying different things, so we'll see what happens. I'm unemployed.
First of all, 6,000 a month is a lot of overhead. That is a lot of overhead, in my opinion, if that's what you have to try to live off and sustain. Now, I could have swore I heard her say daycare in there, right? So you have kids. So, or at least a kid. Yeah, she does. I'm looking at her profile now. I think I had some other stuff lined up, but that kind of caught my interest. I want to explore a little bit more of what she's got going on. So that's probably what we'll do. But ultimately, what I was about to go with it is that you don't get the luxury, in my opinion, to take a 6-month hiatus from work and you got kids. Another thing I was curious about, and that's why I'm scrolling through her thing, is because I'm like, are you married? Do you have a husband? Is that why you're able to just take off like this? I don't see a man. And even the way that her profile is kind of coming across, it seems like she's single. And this is kind of messed up because I think this goes on more than we talk about. What am I talking about? I hope she's not trying to like live off child support and then go get some government assistance alongside of it as well. I hope that's not her plan. But it begs to know, I mean, you have a lot of overhead. Where's the money coming from? What revenue would be still coming in? Because if you quit your job, then that wouldn't make you eligible for unemployment. But we'll maybe watch 2 other clips of hers and see if it'll provide some more context.
My job without a backup plan and without knowing what I was going to be doing next. So I've been working for a well-known insurance company for about 3 years before I decided to quit my job a month ago. I was a claims adjuster. I did auto, and then I also did home insurance. And what led me to leave my job is feeling miserable and defeated from this job. So back in October, I took a month on leave of absence because of my mental health. But when I came back, I really thought that would help. But it really didn't help. Nothing changed. But now that I've been not working for a whole month, I feel a lot better, and I'm not gonna lie.
Imagine going on medical leave for your mental health. Is that what we're doing now? Your mental health? You go on medical leave for that? Why don't we just be honest and she don't like working. She don't like doing things that she don't necessarily want to do. Because in the first clip, she said she wants to try to rediscover her purpose and try to figure out how to make money doing things she likes. And she got kids or a kid. Are we grown-ups or not?
There's some days where fear creeps in, and I wonder if this was a mistake that I made, but nothing would compare to waking up every day knowing that I had to clock into a job where I was feeling miserable, and the anxiety every night knowing that the next day I needed to go back to work, or every Sunday having anxiety. I would enjoy my weekend, but as soon as Sunday hit, that was it. I was a ball of anxiety because I knew there was a new week. I needed to work the next day, and it was just absolutely horrible. Now I have no idea where I'm gonna end up or what I'm gonna be doing next. I am glad that I left. There is some uncertainty on some of the days because I have no idea what I'm going to be doing next. But I wanted to
Yeah,
take the leap of faith and figure
that's
it
it.
out on
That
my
should be
own.
anxiety.
And I know things are going to work out in my favor. I quit my job without a.
Let's just call a spade a spade. She went on that little 1-month mental health retreat that she did, and she was liking that. And she didn't want to go back to work. She's like, nah, why can't life just be this? Me being on TikTok and not having any obligations to have to go to. And listen, if you're childless, go ahead, F up your life. Do you. But when you got a kid that's dependent on you and you were almost making 100K annually, why would you forsake that stability and possibly even your kid's future Ultimately, why did you have kids if you got all these mental health problems? To where you're afraid of life, you just got anxiety all the time. Why'd you have kids and be single? Ultimately, because the kid didn't ask to be brought into this world, but you chose to have the kid. So that's what I'm trying to understand. It looks like that first video we did was kind of a more recent one.
I have a job and I need $6,000 to maintain my life. I am not applying for jobs, but I need to build several streams of income in order to maintain this life. I don't know how I'm going to do it, but I'm going to figure it out. And I want to show people what works and what doesn't work. Because a lot of people right now are trapped at their jobs and they have no idea how to come out. Or they're career confused and they have no idea what steps they need to take or how to even make money if they don't have a regular job. I mean, I didn't know that was possible or how to even do it or where to even start. But I was brave enough or dumb enough, whatever you want to call it, to just quit my job and not have a backup plan. But I'm going to do it. So you're either going to see me succeed or try and fail. But I am not going back to a corporate job.
You know, it's funny, right? I'm assuming that she's predominantly a TikTok creator. And then we're going to get off it. I don't want to focus on her too much. We'll get back to the other clips that we had lined up. But I'm assuming that her main platform and her main channel for media disbursement is TikTok. So I wonder how she reacted when TikTok stopped paying creators. Now, I did a little bit more digging. They didn't technically stop paying creators, but apparently they had like a creator fund that was going to be in the billions that they somewhat promised. But ultimately, they redacted that. And they're no longer going to be doing that $1 billion TikTok creator fund, and they also improved the standard for which you're able to monetize certain videos. So, for example, this video that we just looked at is only 52 seconds. The way TikTok works now is that if the video isn't over 60 seconds, then it doesn't get monetized. So it sounds like TikTok's trying to get the creators to try to do more long form content, which that's not TikTok's niche. So it's very interesting. I mean, I think the idea is people come on TikTok because they just want to see clip after clip after clip. But those videos aren't going to get paid anymore. So by you doing shorter clips, it only helps TikTok. It doesn't help you. So these are the little slick ways that they're starting to not pay creators. But see, this is why she should have kept her stable job, because you can't control what TikTok's going to do. All you can control is what you're doing. But she decided to take this leap of faith, and I hope it works out. But it just wasn't smart, and I don't even think it was ethical when you have kids.
This is how you're actually going to save money to afford your dream life. So number one, you need to start off with understanding what exactly you're saving for. If you're saving but you don't know exactly what you're saving for, then your brain is going to automatically think that you just have money to spend. So pick something in mind that you truly want, something that you have been dreaming to have for so long. Put it in your mind, get the price, and then you need to train your mind to save for it. Number two, you also need to be saving by percentages. It is really great if you are able to automatically make your bank take out a percentage of your pay, right? So for example, if you get paid $1,500, have your bank automatically set it to where 25 or 30% of that pay is getting put into a savings account. And that needs to be the first thing that you're doing before you do anything else. Which brings me to my number 3 point. Stop treating your savings account like it is a leftover. A lot of people spend first before they save first, and that needs to be turned around. You need to be saving first and then spending later. So when your paycheck hits or when your paycheck deposit, then you need to immediately put that into saving. Then whatever is left, that is what you spend. You're then also going to track your money, understand where your money is going. So many times we literally do not know where our money is going. If you are ever looking at your bank statements and you're wondering where is that $7.99, where is that $9.99 going to, literally pull up your bank statements and get a complete understanding of where your money is going to. You probably have no idea that you are probably spending $50 a month in just TV subscriptions that you don't even use. I used to spend so much money weekly on getting just this lavender iced matcha from Starbucks that cost, I think, believe $5 to $6 daily. And that stuff adds up. Cut down on that a bit. If you are someone who truly loves matcha coffee, then get a maker and do it yourself at home. It will literally save you so much money. Last but not least, stop trying to live up to the lifestyle that you actually really can't afford right now. It's okay if you can only save up for one bag and you can't buy nothing else for the next couple of months. That is completely okay. But over time, you will start to be able to afford a lot more things that you want. It takes time, it takes saving, it takes work, dedication. It's hard, but you got it. It takes discipline. Girl, I was not always where I am now. I used to have a bad habit of trying to literally get every single thing I wanted. Every single time I got paid, I bought something I wanted. And that was literally tearing up my bank account so much, especially when now the things don't even matter. If you want.
Yeah, that's big. I love that. And I love that it's a black woman who is advocating for this. And just a woman in general, because women are the biggest consumers, statistically and visibly. And so I think it's probably going to take a woman to be able to advocate for other women to save, right? I think guys, we do a lot better with saving because we don't really need much. We don't need much. If anything, when we start spending, it's typically when a woman comes into the equation. Aside from that, we're pretty good at putting stuff away consistently. Funny enough, even when we get paid less, we probably still save more. And I love what she's saying, especially the percentages, because I think that's important. And also saving in proportion to what you make. Because funny enough, a lot of times we like to increase our lifestyle in proportion to what we make, percentage wise. And that's almost automatic. But she's saying no. When you make more, instead of just you saying, okay, I save $500 a month, but then you get a 20%, 30% raise, you should be saving more now. You don't just keep it at $500 a month. Your savings should be going in proportion to the percentages. And if you live off percentages, things will just be a lot smoother. And you'll have somewhat of a North Star and a framework to always be working off of. And it doesn't have to get so complex. This thing doesn't have to be complex. Just save a percentage of what you make and do that consistently. And ideally invest it if you can, or if you know how to. Don't invest if you don't really know what you're doing, though. Even though today, I mean, it's pretty cut and dry. It's pretty easy. Just simple index fund is ETF is all it takes. But yeah, I love that. I love the advice. So we'll leave it there for today. If you could like the video, I greatly appreciate it. Only takes a second. Actually does help out tremendously. Also, if you can hype the video, hype is a new feature that YouTube offers where it helps smaller content creators like myself. And basically when you hype, it actually pushes us to the extent that it pushes the larger content creators. So you just press the hype button and it shows you the points. And since I am a smaller content creator, we actually get more points per hype. And then also Patreon's link below if you want to see self-improvement content. But until then, I'll catch you in the next video.